Music concerts in the US featuring African artists have grown in leaps and bounds in the last decade. A while back, it was not uncommon to see award-winning African artists performing in dimly lit pubs or repurposed restaurants to crowds of less than 100 people. Now, with growth in popularity of the Afrobeat genre, African artists are now filling air-conditioned auditoriums across the US and Europe, competing with the best in the world. Now, this popular wave, however, is yet to benefit East African artists. The lion's share of success has shone bright on Afrobeat artists from Nigeria. Now, in the past few weeks, ads for an upcoming event dubbed the Madaraka Festival have been making rounds across social media. Now, this festival will be moving across several US cities and is set to feature Kenyan band Sauti Sol and King Kaka of Kaka Empire. Now, the star-studded lineup will also include Uganda's Eddie Kenzo, Dre's from Zimbabwe, Anthony Cole from Trinidad, amongst a plethora of a lot of other African artists. Now, the event is also set to feature a high-profile DJ lineup headlined by Dallas Mavericks official DJ Miss Ivy Owino, a.k.a. DJ Poison Ivy. Now, the Madaraka Festival is also set to kick off on the 16th of May in New York City's Irving Plaza and will then move to Atlanta's Buckhead Theater on the 21st of May. On the 24th of May, the festival will grace Dallas, Texas Pre-Memorial at the House of Blues. And then it will then climax in Seattle, Washington's Ben Arroyo Hall on the 26th of May. And for tickets, you want to go to madarakafestival.com. So make sure you pay attention to that, madarakafestival.com. And as we speak, more cities are being added to the lineup. So keep it locked to find out if the Madaraka train will be making a stop in a city near you. Now, on the show tonight, to help us understand, digest, and make sense of the Madaraka Festival is its founder, Simon Okelo. Now, Simon has a background in music production and DJing, and he is the CEO of event production and digital media company One Vibe Media. Now, since moving to the US in 2010, Simon has organized digital campaigns and events celebrating the African diaspora. He was featured on a CNN series for creators called African Avant-Garde on his role producing the Madaraka Festival. Simon, karibu sana to the One Mic Show. Can you hear us?
Yes, very clearly. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ali and your team for having us. This is truly an incredible opportunity. I'm just so honored to be here. I'm very proud of the work that you do and how you bring our community here in the diaspora through the OneMicShow, platform. Thank you so much.
All right, Santi sana, Simon. Now, I've known Simon is that last year's Madaraka Festival at Seattle's Waterfront Park had an attendance of more than 10,000 people, which just shows that you're a big deal. Now, I want you to tell us, just as we get warmed up here and as you get started, as people are getting to know you, I want you to tell us, who are these 10,000 people and how come most Kenyans in the U.S., or at least part of our audience, are hearing about you for the first time? Simon, please talk to us.
Thank you so much. First of all, last year was the most successful Madaraka Festival, but it was not the first one, The first one, Dre's, who is here on the show with us today, was amongst the surprise artists. Dre's is a big artist when it comes to the African diaspora. But similar to me, very few people know him. But he's been touring since he was like 8 years old. He's toured every country in the world, So a lot of the time, good things take time. Good things take time. And even good food takes time to be cooked. So a lot of the time when it's on the table, those who don't understand what was happening in the kitchen enjoy it, but they don't really understand, the spices in it. They don't understand that the chef was being burned in the kitchen. So right now, Madaraka Festival is on the table, but this is the 9th year of the Madaraka Festival, and so from 2014 to last year, it was primarily bringing the African diaspora to Seattle. In 2019, it happened in Kenya, in Kisumu, at Kisumu Beach Resort. And I would say Madaraka is making a Kenyan name. Madaraka holiday, June 1st, a Pan-African, event, So it's embraced by incredible artists from across the world. Last year was headlined by D'banj, who is one of the fathers of Afrobeat, So I would say, Kenyans are very proud of the work that we've been doing with Madaraka Festival. And I just feel that now is the time for the entire Kenyan community globally, not just here in the US, to help us bring Madaraka to the global stage, similar to what Kenyan athletes are doing. We now want to bring Kenya, brand Kenya as the home of music, as the place where African musicians also find refuge, because especially East and Southern African musicians who rarely tour the US in a professional way, the way Madaraka Festival has been doing. If you look at the history of Madaraka Festival, we value live music, we value the quality of what we present, So we took a while to cook this, and I'm so happy that Anthony was also, one of the artists that performed last year. So everyone who is on the show today has some form of history with Madaraka Festival. Anthony was also an attendee of Madaraka Festival for years before he even became an artist. So it's a festival that when you look at the behind the scene of it, you find that the stage manager for this year's festival was probably a DJ last year. You find that the person who is doing logistics was probably an artist 2 years ago. So it's really something that brings the village together, and I'm really, really proud that it's a Kenyan platform that was built by Kenyans, but for the motherland, for the entire African people of African descent across the diaspora.